Welcome back to Unranked Podcast. Coming to you all Thursday night. Um, Coming off currently on a two-game win streak. In a little bit of a dogfight right now with the Wizards. Up two during at the line. Got Cade and Malik Beasley coming in to finish the game and look like. But yeah, we talked through this game a little bit in real time, and then we'll chat through game the other night. We played the Wizards. Got a little back-to-back with them right now at home. This is the second game of the back-to-back. And then played Portland, and then had a couple of tough losses to the Clippers and the Warriors. But went 2-2 overall in the All-Star or the West Coast trip. So that's huge.
Yes.
That's something that is great to do. I mean, you lost I think they played the Clippers. I mean, Harden get 50. I mean, it's tough to that's tough to overcome. I mean, that's just like I think he had 10 free throws in the first quarter.
That sounds about right. Because he got
Um,
fouled on three. Yeah. No, I think,
Threes and a
yeah.
layup at least.
Yeah. No, I mean, we were texting about it. He came out looking like, you know, Houston Rockets Harden. He was fired
Hmm.
up. And then come to find out, Malik Beasley's talking a little spicy about him. Say he was relatively easy to guard. So, he was fired up. And, so I
Yeah.
think that's, a tough loss. Obviously, you're on the road, and then circle back right after that with Golden State. A game that I was heavily invested in, just watching that, and then we were kind of one of those ones where we were hanging around, lingering. It was one of those. If we could have put together a series of stops or a series of baskets back to back, we could have catapulted ourselves in the lead. But we just kind of hung around and ended up losing. I think I forget what the even score was, but like lost by 5 or something, lost by 6. So it was
Hmm.
the team is right in a prime spot overall. I don't know that's something we talked about before we came on here is just how the lay of the land, how
Yeah.
the playoff seeding is working out, who we have left as far as our remaining schedule. You want to finish strong with games like this with Washington where this should be a dub. This should be a dub any day of the week. And you want to stack that easy victory here because, like we talked about, coming down the pipeline, we got some heavy hitters. Uh,
Yeah.
but I think truthfully, I think we are made for this shit. We see how well we can compete week in,
Hmm.
game in and game out. Playing against a la Boston a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So just the overall, um, we're in a very prime spot. So
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, I mean, the chemistry is great. He's got guys just playing at a high level. I mean, they're just like clicking on all cylinders. I mean, it just looks. I mean, they're. I mean, right now giving us quite a bit of points, but over the last like 8 to 10 games, I mean, playing some solid defense, really, competing. Like I said, Golden State, um, the Clippers, they do. I mean, this is one they need to go ahead and pull out. But I like where we at. I think the kind of just hit on the playoffs for a hot second. I think 44 wins. I think that'll get you out of the. I think that'll guarantee you out of the play-in. And I think that is looking like, Knicks or Pacers. And I think that's gonna be a nice look. But like you said, it's like we gotta. I mean, I don't know how many games the exact number we have left, but I think hover around 500. I think that'll just get it done. You just got to be able to, if you can get OKC one time. I think they got a couple guys out right now. We play them here pretty soon. Um, you
yeah,
got
after tonight, we got 15
Pelic.
games.
Or yeah, I got it up here right now.
After tonight, we got 15 games. If you look at the thing, Cleveland far and ahead of above everybody.
Yeah.
Boston's 8 games behind them. Um, Knicks sitting there, they all got 42 or more wins. And then you kind of go to the next tier, which is what we're in, and it's really our whole division. It's the Bucks, Pacers, us, or three-fourths of our division, I should say. So that is it looks odd sitting there because obviously we got another loss in there. But we also have more wins than them currently. I'm looking at the standings, but we
Hmm.
pull out a game like this. We catapult ourselves in the fourth, and the sky's the limit after that. As far as we can kind of play box out, we know we got the Bucks finished twice at the end of the year. Those two games are going to probably, truthfully, I'm calling it now, going to come down to a matter of whether we're playing sixth or playing fourth. I think
Mhm.
that's kind of how that's going to play out for us. But in the meantime, we got a lot of ground to make up. Player games like tonight.
Yeah,
Uh, we also play the Knicks. We play OKC twice. I think you stack up
yeah.
some wins versus them type of teams. It also builds confidence and it shows
Mhm.
who you are and kind of get that rhythm back. So I'm feeling pretty good, man. We're finding ways to win. As you said, we're getting a lot of points tonight, but we're playing. Cade is. I look. He's 0 for 7 or something on three. He can't hit, but he's also close to 23 which we haven't seen him do. Probably that's guaranteed. Is probably an all time high free throw for him. So
Mhm.
that aggressiveness he's doing, where he's just going full head steam to the basket, trying
Paying
to
off.
trying to dunk on people every game, is that's paying off. So I agree with you on that end. Uh, where you know, we're in an interesting spot where we're so far ahead of schedule, but I feel like we also can really make some noise with this. With depending on how this playoffs work out, I like our odds versus pretty much everybody yelling in them top three. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. No, you hit it right on the head. And like you said, you just kind of hit on it. You look at this Pelicans game, this Heat game, Dallas, San Antonio, Toronto. Because there's games on here where we probably not gonna be favored. There's games on here that are kind of a toss up. Those that I just rattled off are the ones that it's like you got to just really like try to get those. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like
mm-hmm.
above 500 with all like I don't know how many games it is exactly, but those are the games where some of these teams are kind of starting to tank it in. If I'm not mistaken, D'Anthony or Fox, he
Yeah, he's out the rest of the year.
out the rest of this year he having surgery.
Yeah,
So
they going to end the Cooper flag sweepstakes. They're
yeah,
gonna try to find a way to get him.
yeah, they in the take mode.
Dallas, obviously, just bad news bears everywhere they turn. They probably
Hmm.
turning it in the rest of the year. Uh,
Yeah.
Toronto, eh.
I don't know what Sacramento
Sacramento,
look
eh.
like. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just borderline, but those are like
Well,
toss
you
ups.
take
Like,
care of them. Let's say you go 4-1 during that stretch, or through those games, and then you come up big between OKC. Let's say you can split that. Milwaukee, can you split that? And then I believe you starting to really look good in those last 15 games. You're getting up
hmm
towards, like you said, 500. Can we go 10-5, 9-6 during the last 15 games? And I think that's how we inch our way up a little bit. Um,
hmm
yeah, man, I think Cade is finally getting his due. I think the playoffs is going to come big for us. We obviously, I don't know what the NBA officially calls, but we basically got flexed us versus Miami next week.
Yes.
So
Prime time,
I
baby.
think that's the NBA showing, hey, like let's get some eyes on these young boys. Let's see what they can do.
Hmm.
And I imagine that's going to happen. You don't want who don't want to see Shea versus Cade in on April 2nd. Like let's go ahead and get that one flexed. Let's go ahead and get Shea versus Ja flexed. Like you know let's let's get these eyes on some of these young players that also help the NBA, and also I guarantee you
Yeah.
they coming for each other's heads.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's get this Cade to Duran
yeah,
action going. Like
yeah,
that's
that connection. Yeah.
that on I mean, people gotta start to see that because that man, I know I did it a couple
Yeah,
times
chemistry is down pat.
I gotta just see Jalen Duran's praises like again and I don't know. I think you don't like my comparisons. People said, looking like a younger Chris Webber, he handling the ball up and down the court. I mean, some of the blocks I mean,
Yeah,
I'm kind of seeing it. Like he's a
I
lot
like
more
how it
athletic.
develops. I like how it develops. Even we mentioned him. I'm not gonna rob your Chris Webber comparison, but even like a Jaren Jackson, like I think that
Mm-hmm.
is the ilk if he can develop his game in that
Step out a little bit.
yeah step out a little bit, just give him something to think about. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah.
I
So
mean, mid-range even.
hmm
So
yeah, just spread that floor. Make sure they can't clog that paint up too much, and
you know how old he
stay on
is?
Cade's hip, and he got an alley oop coming. You said what?
You know how old he is?
Probably he youngest. He's a one and done. Probably like what 22.
21.
Yeah,
I mean, he like just turned 21.
yeah, that's crazy. Because he went to Memphis, right? He went to
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. I think, and I don't know, I think it's just nuts that like he got like it's like he only averaged like 11 and like 10 or 11 and 9, but it's like a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's just a very like
impactful. Yeah,
yeah. And I just some of them blocks, I mean, just the yeah, I mean like the chemistry of the lobs, yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's just it's night and day. Like Cade with spacing,
yeah.
like
You can see how much of a maestro he is with the ball. And I guess obviously we at the end of this game coming up here.
hmm,
But yeah, no. So I guess I was gonna say this. I wanted to. This is kind of random. I'm gonna do something random. I was gonna text you about it. But I think it'd be better to do it out the blue. Uh,
mhm.
so we got to come up with a name for this, whatever. I think it'd be a good little clip. We can clip up real quick. But with this being said, one, two, three questions, four questions regarding Cade Cunningham before the end of his contract. Cade will average a triple double for a season. True or false? Well, real quick, we on contract in 2029, 2030 season.
What triple double for a season before then? I say yeah.
During that duration. You say yeah?
I say yeah.
I agree with that. Cade will make over or under 4.5 All-Star games.
Over. I think he's already the best point guard in the East. I think it's gonna I think we're going to the second round. I think it's gonna be kind of like an Anthony Edwards type climb. I think that's what we're about to witness.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think he's primed for taking off, and I think that'd be
Yeah.
barring some crazy shit happening. I think he 100% will keep that going.
Hmm.
Next one, he will basically break. He'll become the all-time leading scorer of points per game, in which would be 30 points a game basically. Jerry Stackhouse did it at 29.8.
Like lead like points per game in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do think that like 38 and 8 season is like next year.
Yeah, prime. So I think he'll push for that. That was a little tough one. And then
Mhm.
last one, over or
Damn.
under Eastern Conference final appearance.
Over because I think we'll have Booker or somebody by the time that like yeah.
With it. I think all that is impossible. I think all that is possible with the trajectory of what we got going on here. So
Yeah.
uh and I think you're right that 38 and 8 season is loading prime for this to happen. And it's gonna come down to the wire here, man. Damn, they can't pull it out.
Yeah.
uh
That was a tough three. That guy just that I don't know. I think he might be a little ahead, but that guy that three that guy just hit that was like a 26 footer. Man, you know it'd be nice to pull this one out, like you said. Like we keep saying, we have to just you got to get these. Definitely got to steal these. Or I mean, yeah, I mean they kind of been down and kind of going back and forth to the lead. So like, got to find a way to pull this one out. 40 seconds left. I don't know what they're reviewing right now, but are they?
I think
Oh, they trying to see Kate pushed off.
Dark.
I think they're trying to say Kate pushed off. I don't know. I got it on mute, but
No, my friend. I only be in mind for a second. But no, I think we even if we happen to give up this game here, I think we're well in the hunt. We'll just have to take care of our business down the line a little better. But I think we one thing we can mention that we haven't talked about is the possibility of Jaden Ivey coming back. And they brought out some favorable, indifferent to favorable news saying that
Mhm.
they'll evaluate it in another 3 or 4 weeks. So, if you extrapolate that, that'd be possibly one, two, three, about 5 games. If he'll come back when we play Toronto, if or that'd be the next news break around like the end of April or end of March. I mean, I don't know. If we're rolling, it'd be tough to see him come back. But I don't know. If we're rolling, it'd be tough to see him come back and mess up chemistry. But at the same time,
Oh,
I do want to see us at full strength.
man, didn't get the rebound.
Yep.
That's a good play
So
by Middleton. Hey, I think a Middleton type player, that wouldn't be a bad little piece.
I like, yeah. I mean, we got some money to play with this summer too, so that's the fun part. Um, Middleton is solid. I don't even remember technically. Wasn't he, didn't we technically draft him?
Mm-hmm. A second round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Or unfortunately for us. But yeah, we're gonna see what they're gonna do now because they tried to foul a couple times. Maybe get a little help here. Miss one, miss both. That'd be great. 10 seconds left, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna have to be a
Oh man.
shots either tie, either two
Yeah.
or three.
No, but I like that we getting our dues, getting that game flexed.
Yeah, that's legit.
Um, you know, like I said before we hopped on, Mello praising us on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking on my man's name again, but
Oh,
Jeff
Jeff
Teague.
Teague.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think we getting our dues. Even Shaq wrongly thinking that Chauncey Billups was our coach. I think overall we
Yeah,
people
I
know the
watched that
bug, and
live.
people are beginning to recognize. Um, Even if we do get some egg on our face during this game here, when probably the worst team in the league, but
Right. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
know how it is. We just trying to help them out. We've been there before.
What Kuzma say? This time you just don't want to. You don't want to be that team. I don't know if they're on a losing streak right now, but
Yeah, where is Kuzma?
we'll see if they be able to. Got 10.4 seconds in the timeout right now. Might be, run a little play for what you think they should do. Try to go with Cade. Have
Yeah,
Cade.
I definitely wanted the ball in Kate's hands.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a little secondary action for Beasley.
Hmm.
But I think I want Cade to make the decision. Mm.
Yeah. I think they're gonna. Yeah, I think they're gonna try to, depending on how they play the inbound. Cade might just come. He might just go one on, and just pull. Or yeah, they might, try to get it to Beasley, but I'm sure they probably already
Yeah,
thinking that's
that's gonna
coming.
be yeah. No, he's gotta step back and Kobe this shit.
Hmm.
Let's get yeah.
Yeah. See if we can get like a little just live pot, little live pot
Live broadcast
reaction.
game winner. I don't know, man. You know how the NBA is, they're gonna stall our ass out and then Zoom is gonna fucking end
It
us.
was we gonna hit a three, and then if someone they got to review it and challenge it. Somebody is gonna get challenged. They're gonna review it.
I actually don't know what happened. I feel like you ahead of me now. I don't know what happened.
Okay, it's 128, 125 with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, 10.4.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're in a huddle right now. But yeah, they
Oh, missed it.
yeah, so you slightly ahead of me.
Yeah, missed it. 5 seconds left. Down three. Marcus Smart. I imagine he gonna hit one of these.
Yeah, tough way to go out. Um,
Hmm.
but that's the nature of the young squad. Um,
Yeah, I mean
and
these
it's tough.
games.
And I mean they are professionals. It's tough to beat anybody back to back like that.
Right. This
Truly.
is the NBA. A lot of these teams, like they're not really trying to contribute to the tank. They kind of start to just pull players. I mean, they got guys like Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton playing. I mean, got traded there the trade deadline. Like they got some pride to not just these guys are came from perennial playoff teams. So
Right. That's fact.
you want
No,
it, you want it because of the record, but you got like you said, you gonna get some NBA players. They got Jordan Poole. That's
they just
somebody
got
we
a
know pretty
random
well.
collection of people on their team now. I mean, Jordan Poole,
Hmm.
Justin Champagne,
It's so funny. They had the number 2 overall pick, and we just didn't mention him until I just said that.
Alex, yeah.
That's how much I looked up his stats the other day. He's averaging like 11 and 3 with like 40% from the field.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. 11, 6, and 38%.
Yeah,
And he's 7 foot 200.
yeah, hell
Skinny.
yeah.
But no, you got anything else for the people?
That's all I got. Be back with y'all next couple next week here. See how
Yes,
we
sir.
can handle this next few stretches of the games.
Yes, sir. We'll be back in locked in. Peace.
Chat with y'all soon.